I wonder why My Hero Academia is the worst fandom. I wonder why.
To say, then just spit it out already.
Say Deku belongs with Bakugo and Todoroki?
Ugh.
So if you don't know what My Hero Academia is, good, you've probably washed yourself today, or at least come into contact with.
Yeah, bitch, I stopped watching it. Hillary stopped watching it. It was a good for the first couple episodes. It's still good. It's just that the fandom is fucking shit.
Water at some point in your life, because My Hero Academia fans are a lot like League of Legends players.
Yeah. No shout.
Except League of Legends players I can sort of respect.
Yeah, like you can respect League players because okay, they're just racist and misogynist. My Hero Academia players are just, I don't know. They just hate everyone that hates fucking My Hero and denies their fucking ship or denies their fucking headcanon. They will hate anyone. Ew. That's actually, oh my god, they're so fucking cringe. Oh my god. The fandom is so fucking cringe.
My testicle just absorbed itself. Please put my testicles in a vice and slowly start tightening it, because that would be a lot less painful than what I just watched. But My Hero Academia is an anime that launched all the way back in 2016, so the majority of the fan base wasn't even born yet. But when it launched, it was somewhat of an instant success. But its community compared to back then has got significantly worse.
Got back from Popeyes.
I do think the community back then was okay, let's see, maybe under 20s, 30s, just like anime. I do think today the community of MHA is overrun by Gen Z weird ass fucking antisocial fucking dickheads. I don't know why. I don't know why that happened though.
Do you want a bite of my chicken breast?
Ew.
Here, puppy.
Oh.
I know you haven't eaten today. Take a bite. Here, I'll help. Watch me.
Oh my god.
Puppy. This chicken's bussin'.
Think of the coffin of Andy and Lele and the amazing digital circus, both of which have gotten so big now that they have started dipping their greasy toes into liquefied cringe.
Oh.
I think I might have the. Dude!
Oh my god.
What the?
That's because the fan bases have got so big that the people that just enjoy the game or the animation slowly get pushed out of the community and replaced by people who are
the actual normal people are getting pushed away, and the weirdos are fucking the mentally ill fucking dickheads that who is online 24/7 are the phase of the fandom now, because just normal people are not on normal people that like My Hero are not chronically online.
hard that they, to say the least, develop strong feelings for these forms of media and can't contain their feelings, so they post videos to TikTok, I guess. Or it's because the form of media has got so many fans and so many people that will watch content even if it's just referencing that form of media, and some people see this, sometimes not even being fans of it, and will make content basically preying on their interest, and this content will be the most viscous sewage water, or even my favourite word, cringe, but the fans will still eat it up. But the coffin of Andy and Lele and the digital circus have only dipped at most their ankles into this pool of cringe, whereas My Hero Academia has taken a cannonball off the 10th story building. It is the grandfather in the corner of cringy TikToks.
Oh my god.
But this anime had a decent following when it first released.
It was decent back
and the
then.
community was nowhere near the cringe that it is today. I myself owe My Hero Academia a lot. I'll say it. I'll admit it. I have a 2-inch penis. Here are my credentials to speak about this topic.
Anime. It's not bad.
Read them and weep. Back when my profile picture used to be just Deku. I would like to say I was a part of the community when My Hero Academia was actually cool to like, and I made videos on My Hero Academia which I look back on, and I'm not even embarrassed, to be honest. I did enjoy making those videos and put a lot of time into the editing of them. The only thing I hate myself for is deciding to use copyrighted material every video. Because as a young, dumb idiot, I did not prioritize monetizing the video. And you're probably thinking like, oh, but that improved the quality of the video, right? It was the most dumbest music I used. I could have replaced the music with sign language and it would still have the same effect. But anyway, apart from the fact I could have bought a house by now, My Academia used to be cool to like. Now if you mention you're a My Academia fan in a 50-foot presence of someone, you condemn yourself to loneliness for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
I'm talking boyfriendless, girlfriendless, fatherless, motherless, auntless, uncless, and cumless. Because boy, you and your right hand are going to be having some fun times together. But all of what I just said is what that person in that 50-foot radius is going to be thinking about you. Because the value of being a My Academia fan nowadays is at rock bottom.
Yeah,
and that's because My Academia has become notorious and synonymous with cringe.
Yeah. Todoroki, this is my mom. Mom, this is my Todoroki. No, wait, no. Hello, I'm his Todoroki.
But anyway, before we get into that pile of feces, what is My Academia about? It follows a character called Midoriya, or Deku as he's known. And the following obviously contains spoilers. If you actually want to watch this anime, just start by collecting cheese under your foreskin. Then you'll have your own domain expansion where nobody will ever touch you again. I'm joking, seasons 1 and 2 are probably the peak of the entire show. But it follows Deku in a world where most of the population has mutated to gain superpowers. These are called quirks in their world. Quirks have been used for both good and bad, with villains and heroes becoming a prominent feature in the world, just not like The Boys. Actually, I take that back, this is basically like The Boys, but anime. It's a lot more wholesome. But quirks have advanced to the point where you can actually be a hero as a career path, and there are schools which will teach you how to become a hero and to harness your quirk, and try to become one of the top heroes like All Might, who is number 1. But unfortunately, Deku's mother must have been doing lines of cocaine or jumping downstairs fetus first, because he was born without a quirk, meaning that his dream to become a hero was gone. Just like every child's dream nowadays is to meet their hero, until you learn they've uploaded an apology video saying I'm sorry or responding to the drama, and the fourth horseman of the apocalypse being they play Minecraft. But despite not having a quirk, he still showed the characteristics of a hero, such as self-sacrifice. And that's when All Might sees him and says, I'm gonna put my DNA in this child.
Okay, that's
in a totally
weird.
Wholesome way, he just gives him a bit of hair to eat. We don't know from what part of the body, but it's more wholesome, right?
You need my DNA.
So like a blood transfusion.
No. You need my inside you.
Oh my god.
And this is a tradition for the One for All pack, which All Might has. Because the quirk has been passed down from multiple holders just by giving their DNA to the new holder with their intention to give them the power. So no, if he spat in someone's mouth, they won't get his quirk. There has to be an intention to spread the quirk. But now Deku can do his training arc and apply for school. And they all lived happily ever after. They really didn't.
Nah.
But how did My Academia go from absolute peak to absolute cringe? Well, as mentioned before, with 6 seasons, over the span of 8 years, they got more and more fans. And unfortunately,
the more or the longer a fucking show is, it's technically not true, but like some shows, like the longer the show, the cringe, like the more it could like get weird and weird fan base. It's like fucking like One Piece is not that weird. It's just like, oh, they're like the anime, they're just like die-hard fans. It's not like they do like fucking weird ass fucking skits on the fire and fucking try to fucking be impregnated with fucking characters. They're just like, they are just like, die-hard fans. Like also Dragon Ball 2, like it's very old. They are just die-hard fans. Even though they're so fucking old, it's just like My Hero is like the weird one, because the longer it gets, the fucking cringier the fucking fans are. Like, it's the I know the fucking reason, because like the characters are like are decently proportioned and like actually good looking. Like I like Dragon Ball, like oh, like okay, like Dragon Ball like characters are good looking, like not generically good looking like Goku and Vegeta. Okay, like if Vegeta's real, like you won't fucking like him because he has a fucking McDonald hairline. And also One Piece, like their character designs are not conventionally good looking, but it's still good in terms of animation and art style. I do think that's the reason why their fandoms didn't go the route of fucking obsession with the characters, because the characters are somewhat not that attractive, but not conventionally attractive for anime standards.
When a form of media gets so popular and so well perceived by their own community, it gains somewhat notoriety. It is a phenomenon that has followed Fortnite, Minecraft for a small amount of time, from like the 2014 to 2016 days before it popped off again. And this phenomenon is children, or just younger audiences.
Yeah.
Because whilst the older audience will just sit back and enjoy the show, and admittedly a small amount of the younger audience, but the vast majority of the younger audience will make this their entire personality.
Yeah, that's their
And then
personality.
5 to 6 years later, look back, cringe, delete all the videos, and cry in their bedroom for a few minutes. But if maths, integers, and floating point numbers get you off, here's a maths equation to help you understand. The more of X we have, which is the fans joining the community, the higher chance of C we get, which is cringe. And as X increases, so will C. I failed mathematics in high school. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
But there are a few animes that are immune to this phenomenon. Examples are Attack on Titan and Code Geass, both of which I highly recommend and are absolute peak. But most forms of media that gain a cult following or just a lot of people watching or playing will face this. And unfortunately, My Academia was hit the worst by it. And
I do think why it got hit a lot harder than like other like animes that are like somewhat also long running. I do think like it's like it resembles the old like fucking I don't know how to fucking say it, like the thing that like it's on my head. Hello. Yeah, I'm just talking about or watching how fucking My Hero Academias are fucking cringe and weirdos. I do think because they are like the characters are similar to like those Reddit like fucking art styles. Like not art style but like Reddit type of fucking characters. I do think like that fucking like is it Reddit? I don't know if it was Reddit or not, but I know it because I didn't fucking surf Reddit. But I do think like those like it's like Sans Undertale fandoms. That's what My Hero is, and that's what the art style reminds them, because it's not super detailed but also super like somewhat decently attractive. And that's why like people like cringe people watch it and like get obsessed. My Hero is a fucking decent anime. It's just like the majority like the majority of the audience that is active on the internet are fucking redditors, or probably those woke people, like woke. Just so you know, there's a Discord server shared between MHA and like yeah, like those groups are intertwined 100%, like because how they fucking ship people. They ship characters that have no reason to be shipped. It's just like their interaction. It's like, oh, they're friends, and probably those people have never had friends like that. It's sad to say, but if you if you think a guy being friendly to another guy is him trying to raise him up, you're fucking mentally ill. MHA are the most tasteless fucking anime ever. Like, it's not bad. It's just like decent. It's not even horrible anime. It's just like decent. It's not. It's not like the fucking god of anime. It's just like, okay, it's like decent anime, and people, lots of people like it. It's just like, okay, the people that are not cringe accept it's a good anime and just like don't talk about it.
To think there is such a vast amount of characters in the world of My Academia, and the concept is so vast and so applicable, meaning people can create their own OCs, both of which can spark of an interest or somewhat of a relation. Basically what I'm trying to say is, people enjoyed My Academia a bit too much to the point where they create imaginary canon events between characters, or they upload a video acting like those characters and their interaction with other characters, or even they create their own character within that universe. My favourite is Yi Todoroki.
My middle name?
Oh my god.
It's Koi. Iki Koi Todoroki. It reminds me of the fish. They're so calming.
The amount of times my friends sent this to me in my DMs. This is PTSD for me. I have been to Vietnam and back through this video. They're so calming. But all of the above things I've mentioned did create a cringe environment. And it most definitely is one of those things where people are enjoying themselves on the internet and enjoying being part of a community they can talk about something with interest. But as soon as that goes on the public domain to people that don't even know what My Academia is, or they're not that enthusiastic like these people are going to view this as...
I like being with you. I like having you next to me. I like when we study together, spend time together, train together. I don't get it. I don't understand this stupid feeling I can't control.
Because the people making these videos are really enthusiastic about this topic, whereas the people are watching just aren't. But the TikTok videos where people are acting like the characters aren't the worst part. The worst part is the ships. And that's why this video was sponsored by World of War. I'm fucking joking. See, I can make cringe as well. And I'm just going to straight up say some of these ships are completely normal and canonically have a crumb of possibility of happening. Then there are other ships which are like the Titanic, where they see characters that have said a single syllable to each other, or looked at each other for 0.2 seconds in a single frame, and instantly think there is apparently a connection there, and it's canon, or even worse. They assume there is sexual tension between those two characters. Now, there's no problem in thinking, oh, I think these two characters will look cute together. That's fine. But religiously banking on a very thin piece of evidence, I'm talking McDonald's beef patty thin.
Bitch, they fucking like take a small piece of information just that they might get together and just stick with it and think that's 100% gonna happen. Like, bitch, like if you didn't see that Deku and Ochako would go to would fall in love with each other. Like, if you didn't see that, you're fucking 100% retarded, because, bitch, if you think Deku and fucking Bakugo would got together, it's like, oh my god, I don't even know, like, why?
Actually thinking that they could become canon, and doubling down to the point where they'll explain why there is sexual tension, or a microscopic, like your penis or tits, piece of evidence that these characters are in love. Then they proceed to die on that anthill the size of a grape. Probably not even a grape, the grape seed. Explaining how it's going to happen and how this frame or this frame proves they are correct and everyone else is wrong. And then they'll go on TikTok, recreate the scene that plays in their Arkham Asylum style brain, showing these two getting it on or just flirting. And obviously this part of the community would descend into toxicity eventually, where it's probably ship versus ship. Because this 40-year-old MILF obviously wants those semen cells that are dried on your couch cushion. Because look, they're staring at each other. That makes me move on to my next point, the people they ship together. And believe me, I've seen some shit.
Ew,
I have seen some shit.
Their ships are
Deku X
okay.
All
That's
Might
fucking
was basically
cringe.
his father.
That's pedophilia.
Deku X his
That's literally pedophilia. That's also pedophilia. Oh my
teacher,
god.
and Deku X the new star is probably going to
Okay, true. That's actually true.
catch him. Like, I understand people shipping characters on tiny shreds of delusional information and dying on that hill. That I understand. You just need a meeting with a therapist a few times a week. But shipping characters that, if they actually got together, would make anyone load 12 gauge. Just at the thought of these two characters having a romantic relationship,
it's fucking weird.
yeah, it's just a bit fucked up. Look at this.
Ew.
Bend it
Ew.
into your retinas.
Ew.
Vietnam ain't got shit on this. They're like father and son, and you ship them. Come on. Come on. I know it's the internet, but I'm expecting just a bit of decency. And just to conclude, we have these guys making My Hero cosplays that are just about as awkward as prepubescent teens and about as creepy as your third uncle at New Year's Eve party. But My Hero is a good anime. Some of the newer seasons are not so good as the earlier seasons, but still good. The community is looked down upon by every other community, but not all of them are bad.
Weird.
They are just genuinely showing the interest they have on the internet. But that's the end of the video.
They're just
I hope
weird.
the waterboarding of cringe satisfied and quenched your thirst. But thanks for watching, and bye-bye.
Okay, that's was okay.